What is in store for Microsoft Flight Sim as we head into 2023? Well, a few days ago the Microsoft Flight Sim team did another live developer stream. I'll be summarising that 1 hour 22 minute stream in 10 minutes or less in this video, speaking about Xbox, the ATR, new AAU updates, and plenty more. So without further delay, let's get right into it. Okay, so we'll kick it off where they start with the stream, talking about previous updates and fixes they've got to make. Whether they be talking about the 40th anniversary update or Sim Update 11, all the way back to Sim Update 9. The Asobo and Microsoft team are aware of bugs caused by these updates and are fixing them as we speak. To start off with the 40th anniversary Sim Update 11 update, they're aware that people want helicopter tutorials. It's just a question of time for these, whether demand keeps up with them to the point where they actually have to go and make them basically. They're also aware of bugs such as the connection error bug, which basically fills up your screen with the connection error widget despite the fact you may very well be connected to the internet. This should be fixed within the next few weeks as they roll out a hotfix for it. And for those of you on Xbox, they're also aware of a level of detail issue that was introduced by Sim Update 9. As well, this should be fixed soon with a hotfix. It's really good to see the Asobo team and Microsoft team looking back and going through previous updates, not just focusing on what's happening in the future, but looking back into the past and seeing what needs to be fixed there. It is really good to see, and I think a very good credit to the Microsoft Flight Sim team for not abandoning anyone. I know some bugs are annoying, but they're definitely on the case with a lot of them. In the stream, they were also talking about the principles of turbulence and clouds. In the future, there will be turbulence controls that are not linked to wind. At the moment, if you want to reduce turbulence completely, you have to set wind to 0. It won't be like this in the future. For those of you flying gliders, of course, it's quite important. And if you do want to hear more about the actual modelling behind this, I would recommend you go onto the stream. It's a bit too complicated for me, I can't lie. So now we've got that all out of the way, on the stream, the Microsoft Flight Sim team provide us with a roadmap. First off, they showcase what they've got done in 2022, and I think it is very impressive. I mean, you've got to think Microsoft Flight Sim has been out for over 2 years now, and yet the energy coming from the team still feels like it's a completely brand new release. I think that's due to the fact they're so consistent with updates, and of course the team's complete underlying enthusiasm. It does just shine through. 2022, quite simply, has been a great year for Microsoft Flight Sim. I would argue the 40th anniversary update has been the highlight. But moving over to 2023, while not everything is 100% locked in, as you can see from the roadmap on the screen, it does look like they're going to keep up with this pace. I think that's very exciting. So we've got the stuff like world updates and city updates. They'll continue on into this next year. 7 of them will be coming along. I do notice that they are sort of drifting away from country-specific updates now, instead focusing on city-specific updates. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it means you get more detail in those cities. But it is interesting to see. And of course we're getting 7 famous flyers and 7 local legends. Some of them of course have been announced, such as the ATR. But that's 14 new aircraft next year, made in part by the Microsoft Flight Sim team and other developers, so that's definitely very exciting. But what really sticks out here to me, and as we move over to the next segment of this video, you'll definitely hear my excitement, is a new type of update, AAU, which stands for Aircraft and Avionics Updates. Now these are basically overhauls of default aircraft or premium deluxe aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim. The first one next year will be WorkingTitle, who by the looks of it will be introducing an aircraft and avionic update to the Cessna Citation CJ4, as well as the Cessna Citation Longitude and the TBM, so you're getting aircraft avionics updates to 3 aircraft, and I also believe they're bringing updates to other avionics units as well. It is a bit murky there, but definitely the CJ4, and then also sounds like the Citation Longitude as well. Now this is groundbreaking in many means. Not only does it mean that default aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim will see fantastic updates, improved in a variety of ways, it means that external developers are brought in to Microsoft Flight Sim to tinker with default aircraft. That very much excites me, and it should excite you as well. Now, as I said, we know WorkingTitle are working on them, and Jorg Newman, the head of Microsoft Flight Sim, has definitely expressed focus on the Premium Deluxe and Deluxe aircraft, seeing a lot more TLC to bring them up to scratch, possibly with the likes of the Inibuild's A310. He definitely wants development focused on them, but of course the CJ4 is a default aircraft that everyone's got access to, so it's not solely isolated there. Now, with these AAU updates, you may see aircraft from the Cessna 152 to the 747 see updates in partnership with external developers 100% for free. As I'm showing you on the screen, WorkingTitle have already started with their CJ4 overhaul. It includes an improved soundscape, enhanced VNAV, and this will be the first AAU update, which should be released in January. That's definitely something to get excited for. On top of that, WorkingTitle continue their work on the GNS 430 and 530, which has been released in the marketplace for some time now, and that's a really good way to improve default aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim anyway. That upgrade to default avionics can make a whole barrel load of difference. It is very cool to see. The whole principle of AAU updates very much does excite me. Now, moving over to World Update 12, this will focus on the New Zealand region, and it will be developed in partnership with Orbex. It brings over 30 new points of interest, with this number set to rise, and 4 bespoke airports, including the incredibly picturesque Milford Sound Airport. On top of that, we get confirmation from the Microsoft Flight Sim team that Local Legend 13 will be the de Havilland Canada 4 Caribou, and this will be developed in partnership with Orbex, looking for release around February time. Orbex are having a heyday, working on World Update 12 and this new aircraft. It's very exciting to see. For my Xbox viewers, there's plenty of you out there I know, Sim Update 11, which should be released by March 2023, of course brings over WASM support. Now, there has been delays with this, and Jorg Newman acknowledges this. He says basically there was consumer experience issues which meant that they could not release WASM support any earlier. But now we know it's definitely coming in the early months of 2023. To recap what I've just said there, World Update 12, the New Zealand region, is being developed in partnership with Orbex. Local Legend 13 will be the de Havilland Canada -4, and that's also being developed by Orbex. And Sim Update 12, which comes in March 2023, brings over important WASM support, which should mean Xbox pilots should see higher quality aircraft released as add-ons once WASM support has been added. And as the roadmap for 2023 shows, this is all coming in the first quarter. We don't know too much about what's coming after, but you can always expect good things. Now finally, let us talk about the ATR. With WASM support coming in 2023, early 2023, it means the ATR will be released both on PC and Xbox. Now personally, from what it looks like, we will be waiting for Sim Update 12 to be released before we get anywhere close to this ATR, because of the principle that it should be released on Xbox. But regardless, it seems to be a fantastic aircraft, even in its current state. Mr. Hans Hartmann gives us the rundown, talking about the systems which are also being developed in partnership with ATR themselves. That includes synthetic vision system, the TARS system, weather radar, virtual control panel. And it's nice to see that we're also getting a highly detailed cabin with this. We also get a good look at the EFB. No confirmation on how much this will cost just yet, but what does stand out to me, as we've learnt before, is that ATR will be working in partnership with Microsoft Flight Sim to release this aircraft, which is always a good thing. From everything we've seen in this live stream development update, it just puts a big smile on my face. There we go, guys, from New Zealand's World Update to the ATR to new AAU updates. The first part of 2023 is set to be massive for Microsoft Flight Sim, however you fly. I do apologise if I sound a bit bunged up on this video. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, but news doesn't stop, so why should I? From me to there, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my Amazon affiliate links for all the stuff I used to fly, film and edit. Have a great day. Bye-bye.